Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. So we finally got our first reveals from the Tactical Tri-Pack set. Now this is a set that was announced, I believe, during next turn, in which it was going to give 3 archetypes support. Those are Dark Magician, Heroes, specifically Masked Heroes, and Mikanko. So obviously Dark Magician and Masked Heroes are Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime / manga support cards. I know a lot of people were very excited about the Masked Heroes, and the first wave that we are getting is Dark Magician, and we got 3 new cards, including the effect of the cover card, and the cards seem like they could be actually pretty good. So we're going to jump right in with Dark Magician of Destruction. This is a beautiful looking card. It was certainly my favorite when it was first revealed back at Jump Festa. It's one of the cover cards of the pack. We also got the pack art, which I'll show on screen. And the monster is a signature move counterpart of Magician of Black Chaos, and Blackluster Soldier, 2 of my favorite signature cards that Yami Yugi used throughout the anime. And the card is a fusion card with the same stats as Magician of Black Chaos, 2800 attack, 2600 defense. The materials are Dark Magician and 1 light or dark monster. Must be either fusion summoned or special summoned from your extra deck by banishing 1 level 6 or higher dark spellcaster monster you control during the turn a spell card or effect was previously activated. You can only special summon Dark Magician of Destruction once per turn this way, no matter which method you use. And then the effects. This card's name becomes Dark Magician while face up on the field or in the graveyard. And the second effect, if this card is special summoned, you can add 1 Dark Magician or 1 card that mentions it from your hand. That's going to be a pretty notable effect a little later on. The second card we're getting is another fusion card, and it is a Timaeus fusion. Timaeus, the United Magi Dragon, which is an upgraded form of Timaeus, the United Dragon, and the armor is based on Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. And by the way, I think these cards make Timaeus look cooler than he's ever looked before. I mean, I've always liked Timaeus. He's probably my favorite of the 3, legendary dragons from Season 4. But these cards, there's also a spell card that we're getting, make him look so freaking cool, in my opinion. The fusion materials, Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, and 1 dragon or dragon spellcaster monster. You can only use the second and third effect once per turn. After this card is special summoned until the end of your next turn, this card is unaffected by other cards' effects. So it will not be affected for the rest of your turn that you summon it, your opponent's turn, and then your next turn. So that is really, really good protection there. If this card battles during damage calculation, you can make this card gain 100 attack for each spell in the graveyards and banishment. During your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can target 1 spell or trap on the field, destroy it. So you can get that effect off 3 times in total before the protection wears off, theoretically, on your next turn, at the end of your next turn. But I love the way that this monster looks. I think it's a very cool looking monster. Love that it's got that protection. Definitely not as good as the first fusion card, but let's get into the spell, and then I'll go over some of the one of the big combos that I think you can do here. The spell that we are getting is a Timaeus based spell, funny enough, the Gaze of Timaeus, in which he looks sick. I mean, it looks like he's just ready to kill someone. You got the lightning bolts and the volts all coming like out of his head. I think it looks amazing. It's a quick play spell. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Target 1 Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl you control or in your graveyard. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck that mentions it as material by shuffling that monster into the deck, but banish it during the end phase of the next turn. This is treated as a special summon with the Eye of Timaeus. So the Gaze of Timaeus here is searchable. It mentions Dark Magician, meaning that first fusion monster that we mentioned, which was Dark Magician of Destruction, you will be able to search it because you can add 1 Dark Magician or 1 card that mentions it from your deck to your hand, and through the Gaze of Timaeus' effect, you can actually fusion summon Dragoon, which is obviously one of the better fusion monsters in the game, and people have already figured out that we now have a 1-card combo in order to get to Dragoon. I'll have it kind of up on screen here, starting with Primite Roar. You can search Dark Magician. You can get to the Fusion. The Fusion allows you to search for the Gaze of Timaeus spell. The Gaze of Timaeus spell allows you to search Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. So we now officially, in Dark Magician, do have a 1-card combo in order to get to Dragoon. And of course, you do this, you get Dragoon, and then, you know, you still have plenty of other cards in your hand, theoretically, to combo off and do whatever you need to do, with Dragoon kind of being the lead monster there in that combo string. So really, really, really interesting concept there. We are getting one other alternate artwork, which is Secrets of Dark Magic. The alternate artwork completely obliterates the original artwork, in my opinion. Again, love the fact that we have the ritual theme of the two, you know, cups with the fumes coming from them, as you see when the ritual summon actually happens in the duel against Pegasus. And of course, Magician of Black Chaos rising from the fumes and being summoned. I love the way that this artwork looks. But yeah, the 3 new cards and then that alternate artwork. I think these cards are going to be good. I don't know necessarily how good they honestly make the Dark Magician deck. I think the Dark Magician deck probably will still be a little like inferior to Blue Eyes, and I always compare the two because obviously those are like the 2 main anime decks, and I feel like if one of them is ever meta, it's almost always Blue Eyes. Like when Dark Side of Dimensions was released, remember Blue Eyes got a top when Dark Side of Dimensions was released, and even now in Master Duel, Blue Eyes is a very meta deck. It's a very tiered deck, and I feel like Dark Magician is always kind of in the shadows, but this definitely gives another line to the deck. And I think that, you know, who knows? Maybe people will be able to make this deck really, really work. Probably not enough cards. Like, I feel like sometimes when we get this anime support, like it just happened with GX as well, you just don't get, like, enough cards. But who knows? You know what? I would love to know your thoughts on this. I would love to know how you guys feel about these cards. I think artwork-wise, they look amazing. Love that they chose Magician of Black Chaos and Timaeus as the 2 cards to kind of focus support around. I think that's awesome. And yeah, let me know all your thoughts on these cards and some other predictions you have for what you want to see Masked Hero-wise and Mikanko-wise. I think those card reveals will be just as cool. Especially the Masked Heroes, which we have waited a very, very long time for. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you in the comments, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys.